Kit Kats can read.
Hello everyone, it's day number 1 of the Galleyathon and I haven't sat down to read anything just yet. I sat down and I was like, finally, after such a busy day, I'm gonna have time to focus on reading. And then I just sat down and I was just like, I could feel my stomach rumbling, and then I looked and I was like, it's 9 p.m. and I haven't had any dinner. I'm like, what on earth has gone on? So I went and heated up some soup, had some chunky vegetable soup with some bread and butter. I sat down with like a herbal tea because I need to de-stress because I have been so stressed out lately, especially today. My mental health is really been affected, and it definitely is today. I am sort of like anxious and depressed, and trying to be positive is really, really difficult. And I don't like to admit that I'm feeling down and low, but I've sort of come to terms with that it's okay to not be okay. So, which is why I tend to be like more open about it these days. It's nothing to do with like wanting attention or anything. It's just me being honest with like how I'm feeling. There's been a lot going on in my life at the moment. It's very, very stressful. A lot has happened. A lot of change has happened. I'm forever worrying about things. And I'm trying to like come up with like backup plans if something does happen, sort of thing. So yeah, it's very, very stressful. So I basically have been doing a lot of housework. I woke up this morning, I called the vets for my cats, she's got really sore ears. So I booked the vets for tomorrow. I then called up a magazine subscription because like I haven't received my PlayStation magazine, and I haven't received an archived magazine that I purchased way back in August, and I've called them like a few times for that magazine now. So I had to call that up, and then it was breakfast time, and then I went out to go food shopping, and then I came back, I unloaded all the food shopping, and I was quite stressed with the food shopping because panic buyers just do my head in. And then I filled up the fridge and the freezer and the cupboards, they're all good. And then had a drink, and then I went to the book shed, and then I'm trying to think what I did. I put like a couple of books in there, I put like a little bag in there. And then I came back in, and by then it was like coming up to lunchtime. So I went and reheated our takeaway from last night. So we had the takeaway and we sat down and we ate that. I watched some Gilmore Girls. I love my Gilmore Girls, it helps me to de-stress. So I watched that, and then I pretty much like procrastinated. I didn't really do a lot. I just wasn't feeling great. I went to go and print my journal sheets, like my book journal sheets for the new week as well, so that took a few minutes. And then came back in. I think I watched a couple more Gilmore Girls episodes. Honestly, I just was so unmotivated to do anything like practical. And then I went and sorted a video on my laptop. I like sorted a thumbnail and I uploaded it. And that was my new golden egg choices that went into the bowl, and I can show you it now because it's here. It's all full up now to the rim, so I managed to add like a good selection of extra books to it. And then after I had a wash, and which is scary because like the shower tray in the shower has dropped, so there's a big gap, and to think of where that water's going, it's probably going in the floor. Oh my goodness, just causing probably more hazard than there is, so that the boards are wet, the floorboards are wet. Oh, it's just a scary thought. So I washed as quickly and carefully as I could, and then my hair tie from the shower unit that I bathe in, because our shower's not working, I threw it because I took it off my hair, and I threw it, and where did it fall? But in the toilet. So I couldn't use that anymore, so I put that straight in the bin. Had to go out to the book shed where I've been storing all my stuff because of like moving whenever soon. Went to get a couple of hair ties out, locked it all up and stuff. Started raining. I was like, fucking brilliant. So like I came back in. Honestly, you wouldn't believe like the shitty day that I've had. And then I did the washing up when Aaron went to work, and then I cleaned Cookie, my hamster, and then I hoovered and I packed a little bit of the study. I was on a little bit of a roll and I was like, I've got to do something. Then I came in here and I was like, right, I'm going to funny read. Went to turn on my Kindle and there's not much battery on the Kindle, and I was like, Brain, I didn't charge my Kindle like I was going to. There's not much battery on my phone. So I was like, this is great. I missed the whole live show of the Galleyathon. I was so frustrated with everything. I just sat down, I was just like, oh. I'm sat down now because my stomach was rumbling and it was like 9 p.m. and I was like, I haven't even had any dinner. So I like went and heated up some chunky vegetable soup with some bread and butter, and then I sat down and ate it, watched the first bit of the live show, the first like 10 minutes, and then it was coming up to like the first sprint that they were going to do. So I was gonna like sit down and read, and then I discovered that one of the NetGalley books I was going to use is now archived on the NetGalley shelf because it's a graphic novel, so therefore I can't download it to the Kindle. And so yeah, I can't read that anymore, and I only managed to read half of it at the time. So I reviewed the half that I read. I reviewed it on NetGalley and I reviewed it on Goodreads. So for what I reviewed of it because it was a big book. It was like, I think I read probably like 200 and something pages worth of comic, and yeah, I read quite a lot of it. So it was good to just like get that done and out of the way. And now I'm just like, okay, so what am I going to read next? So I was thinking maybe if I focus one of my main book prompts, so it'd be like Love in Lockdown, it would be And All the Stars, and Homecoming Tales. And out of the three, the one that I really wanted to read the most was Love in Lockdown. So with the Kindle with not much charge and my phone with not much charge, I have decided in a second I'm going to settle down. I'm going to sit down in bed and I am going to do some reading, and I'm going to try and vlog my experience with you guys of what I think about the book so far. It's a romantic comedy and it's based in a lockdown situation, so it's a romance, hence why it's called Love in Lockdown. So I just read a note from the author, and she's basically saying that she wanted to write a book about a situation just to show that light can be found in the darkness. It's not really about the virus or anything like that, it's just the fact that there can be some light in darkness, and I really sort of liked that turn on it, which sort of inspires me to read it a bit more. So yeah, I'm going to settle down into bed. I'm going to give it a read before I fall asleep. I'm working really early tomorrow. I'm up at 6, so I will have to get my head down at some point tonight, but I just want to get some sort of reading done, even if it's for like half an hour or something. I just feel like it would be achieved if I even do a little bit of reading. So I'm going to head off now for a bit, and I'm going to settle down into the bedroom. Hello people, today is day number 2 of the Galleyathon. It's Tuesday, and I know last night I said that I was going to like lay in bed, I was going to start some reading. I was falling asleep. I was just so mentally exhausted yesterday. I just fell asleep. I read like one page of like the Kindle book on my phone, and I was just like, oh, I just fell asleep. And I read like another page whilst at work today, like it, you know, just didn't really have a lot of time. Whilst having a tea break, I was just like, oh, I'll just very, very quickly read like a page on my phone. So yeah, so I've been starting to read a bit more this evening, whilst participating in a couple of sprints, and I am 9% through Love in Lockdown by Chloe James.
Hi, and I've got someone that wants to say hello. She's just woken up. Ah, this is Nutmeg. Say hi. Oh, aren't you, sweetie? So, yeah, so I'm going to participate in this Instagram live in a second, and yeah, I'm going to do a bit of reading. You've been sleeping, but it's nice to see you. Thank you for coming over for cuddles and kisses. They are always, always welcome for you. Mwah, love you. You go off and play, or do whatever you're gonna do. Eat food or poop or whatever. So yeah, I'm 9% through. I'm nearly 10% through. Seems like it's going to be a really sort of cute fuzzy read so far, and it's very bizarre reading it because it's just like
you know, it's a romance that's based during a lockdown, and they're like, oh, the clap for the NHS and key workers, and, you know, being isolated, and that not being any toilet roll to buy, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, this is so weird, like, reading about something like this. So yeah. But, you know, so far, I mean, it's different. It's a different sort of book, so I'm just like giving it a chance right now. And then I'm going to participate in the Instagram live in a second to read along with everybody, as well as Brooke and Connor, who've been brilliant throughout this. Just how many sprints are you guys able to do whilst you're working and stuff? You guys are just amazing. So yeah, I'm yeah, looking forward to doing a bit of reading together. I think that's what's going to really spur me on. And I'll try and read as much as I can before I settle down in bed for the night, ready for work tomorrow. And yeah, that's really it, really. So I'm gonna head off now so I can join this Instagram live sprint video, and I'll speak to you guys soon with further updates. So the Instagram sprint live is over, and I am on page, well, I'm on 15%. Location 548. I'm halfway through a chapter, so I do need to finish that chapter. That's where I got to. During the sprint, I am more like stretchy and ready for bed, to be honest. Or ready to head to bed at least. And then I'll probably like read in bed and stuff. I got my little aesthetic ambience in the background of like a fire with Kitty. And a little bookshelf and stuff, and it's quite calming. So I was kind of like having that in the background whilst reading. And so yes, I'm just gonna head off to the bedroom, and hopefully I can even at least finish this chapter and head to bed, because I'm up at 8 o'clock in the morning for work. And I'm also going to be starting reading sprints tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm thinking the way I'm gonna do it definitely is sort of like wake up, do a reading sprint of waking up and see if anyone's awake for a reading sprint, and therefore host a sprint, and then I'll host one that will be until like past or something, and then I'll host another one that will go on until the hour, because that would mean I would get to work, and then when I arrive at work I will do another sprint, and I'll probably do a sprint from like a 45-minute one or something. I'll probably do like a long one, 45 or an hour one. And then when it comes to like 10 o'clock, I'll probably do, so yeah, so 9 to 10 will probably be 45-minute or an hour one. 10 to 11 will be like 2 half hours, and then 11 to 12 is, you know, I probably do like an hour. So maybe like what I do is I do like 2 20 minutes maybe for like between 8 and 9, and then it would be like 2 half an hours. Wait, 2 half an hours? Yeah, so maybe I could do it that way. 2 20 minutes, 2 half an hours, or 45 minutes, and then like 2 half an hours, and then an hour. I don't know. I'll work it out. Like I have to do the sprints, like in order for me to like work it around work. I can still do them around work. It's just that I won't be able to really participate in the sprints. I can host the sprints, but I can't really participate because I will be at work. But like I'll be able to obviously take a break here and there just to quickly do a sprint. And what I'll do is when I do an announcement of the sprint, let's say for example I'm like, okay, sprint for a half hour, I will set a half hour timer reminder thing, so that when that runs out, then I'll tweet again, and then I'll like host like the next sprint and then do another timer sort of thing. So I will be I will be on top of it. I won't forget because of the timer and the reminders, and I'm really excited to do sprints. It's such a shame that I won't be able to participate in them because my work shift got changed like quite last minute. I literally got asked Monday night if I could work an early rather than an afternoon, and obviously it has faulted my reading plans, but it means that I will be working 9 till 5, and then hopefully I can get some sort of reading done after 5. That'd be really good, like at some point. So I am feeling quite tired, but I would like to at least finish the chapter that I'm on, and I'll just see how I feel. If I do fall asleep, then I fall asleep. It's not the end of the world. I'm hoping that I sleep a lot better because I had a very broken sleep last night, which is probably why I'm feeling quite tired. And yeah, so just gotta really see how it all goes. So, Love in Lockdown. I was quite excited to read it because I like my romance books. It's based during a lockdown, which is crazy as fuck. But yeah, it's like, it hits reality of like, shit, this is actually what we're going through. This is probably what some people are going through as well. Like, because I have had a couple of friends, like, say they went on like a socially distanced date, and I'm just like, what is that? Like what is this world we're in where we're having socially distanced dates? And yeah, just sort of like being away from our families. It's just like, it's freakishly weird. And like, there's so many like elements of this book that really hit home, for things like, you know, like the NHS clap for key workers and NHS, and the running out, the not being able to go to the shops, and you're scared because you're running low on stock in your house, and you know, people are panic buying toilet rolls, and it's just like, I'm reading this in a book and I'm just like, this is so bizarre. And the author's note in it was just like, it's not meant to be about like the virus or the lockdown, it's just meant to show that you can find a bit of light in some darkness. So like, by showing that, you know, even though these two people are going through the lockdown and the virus pretty bad, they've managed to find each other and confide each other and use each other. So I quite like that message, which is why I'm continuing on with it, and also because it does hit home and hit reality. I'm just really intrigued about it. So when I first read the synopsis of this on NetGalley, I was just like, this sounds like, it sounds weird and crazy, but I'm so intrigued, and that's why I set it as like my most excited arc for Galleyathon, and that's why I set it as like the most exciting arc for Galleyathon, because I was just so super intrigued, and I still am. Like, even as I'm reading it, even though I'm like 15% through it, I'm just like, I want to know what's gonna happen next, especially with these two people. Like, they're meeting on a balcony, like above each other, and they're just like confiding in each other, and I'm just like, I really like that when you just sort of like find somebody, you confide in them, you spark up this friendship, you know, possibly something else. And you know, I really like that. I don't know, it's coming across as quite cute so far, and like I say, I like my romances, so although it is kind of cheesy and it is a bit like, oh my god, like, you're reading a Love in Lockdown book, like, that's crazy, like, why would you read that? But like, I'm intrigued, like, I can't help it, like, don't judge me for what I read. But yeah, I am somehow like intrigued by the storyline. So I'm gonna head off now. I'm gonna like settle down in the bedroom. I need to sort out Nutmeg's antibiotics and the cleaning of her ears tonight. I'm gonna have to unfortunately do it on my own because my partner Aaron is at work tonight. He works night shifts as a support worker, so he works nights. I'm a support worker during the day, and we sometimes like see each other like in the middle somewhere. Sometimes I see him in the morning, like tomorrow morning I'm literally he's just gonna come home from work. I'll see him for like 20 minutes or so, then I'm gonna head to work. It's a bizarre world. But then there's other days where, you know, I don't work till the afternoon, so I get to see him for a few hours even though he has to sleep and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, settling down in the bedroom, sort out Nutmeg's ears. I'll put the cat litter box and the cat food in the bedroom so they can settle in the bedroom, and then I'll, like I say, I'll sort out Nutmeg's ears and get myself all ready for bed, and then I'll see how I do with settling and stuff, and yeah, we shall see. But it's good. I've managed to do a bit of reading. I've read more than I have done in like a week, and that's crazy. Like when I say that, I've read more tonight than I have done in a week. Like there's literally been in my book journal, I've literally like, I haven't read anything since like maybe Sunday. And that's crazy, like the fact that I haven't actually sat down and been like, I'm gonna sit down for half an hour, I'm gonna sit down for 20 minutes. Like I haven't actually been like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Tonight I was really excited to participate in the actual Instagram live. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and I will participate in an Instagram live. I missed all the lives and all the sprints on the Monday. I'm gonna do something today because I feel like I'm left out, feel a bit useless, and considering I'm like one of the hosts for some reading sprints, it seems very piteous of me. So yeah, I feel proud that I've managed to read 15% tonight, considering I am a slow reader as well. I feel quite achieved, which is really, really good. So yeah, gonna settle down and then I'll see how I feel. Although I'm not holding my hopes too high because it's coming up close to like 11 p.m. and yeah, I am starting to feel a bit like and I'm starting to, when I start to feel quite run down and tired, I know that's when I'm gonna drop. But I'll try my best. I want to at least finish the chapter so that I can start the chapter fresh tomorrow. It's a shame with like Met Galley books that, you know, that aren't like audiobooks. I do have like one audiobook that I did download from NetGalley, so maybe I could like listen to that tonight just as I drift off, but audiobooks help me sleep, so I probably end up listening to 30 seconds and then I'll doze off anyway. So it's one of those things we just gotta, oh, it's crazy. Anyway, so I'm gonna head off now. I'm getting too waffly, which means I'm very, very tired and I don't want to bore you guys, so I will sort all of that and I will vlog for you guys tomorrow morning, just as I'm up just before Aaron comes home, and stuff about tonight and plans for tomorrow if I'm, you know, if they change and stuff, and how I'm feeling and everything and blah 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 blah. Okay, good night. Hello people, today is day number 6 of the Galleyathon. It's Saturday. Woo woo woo. So I mean, like, I've been working pretty much all week. Unfortunately, I've been working the majority of Galleyathon. Although Monday did start with the Galleyathon, I didn't really start. However, by default of the fact that one of the books I had archived, I was just like, you know what, I've reviewed it. So that's a book out of the way. And I did read, like, over half of it, so I'm counting it as a read for the Galleyathon anyway. Like, I'm being sneaky about it, but like sometimes you gotta be sneaky. So I'm reading like my second read, which is the arc that I was most excited for, and that is Love in Lockdown. So I'm currently 34% through this book. I'm on chapter 12. And you know, I've been slowly reading it throughout this week. It's been quite a tough week. I've been mentally exhausted. I've been a little bit under the weather. My back has been in a bit of pain. I think I've pulled it somehow, I'm not entirely sure, but every time I sneeze, because unfortunately I've been a bit under the weather, so my sinuses have been a bit strange. So every time I sneeze, my back sort of lurches and it's really painful. It's always on the left hand side, like my top, like my ribs area. So even now I'm just really like bunged up in the nose and like this area, it's just so like stuffy. Then I sat down and as I was eating I was watching Gilmore Girls, and then I was doing washing up, and then as I was washing up I watched a little bit of Gilmore Girls, and then I went and had a chocolate bar, and then I came and sat down and I just sat here and I was just like, I haven't vlogged in a few days, so I just did my general vlog and my general reading vlog, and now I'm vlogging for my Galleyathon vlog. So, man, oh man, I wish I could do so much better with reading. So many people just manage to do really well. Like, you know, they go to work and they read, or they read when they're at work, or you know, as soon as they're at home from work they read. And, you know, for me, it's just, like, life is just so tough at the moment, just sorting this house and everything, and just sorting life in general, and just, like, dealing with shitty things that come in life and interfere, and then it just adds and it just builds to the stress and everything. And when you're stressed and depressed, you really don't want to read. You don't want to do anything. So unfortunately, my week has been like really affected by things like that and like low mood. I try to do my best though, and I felt like really included in Galleyathon, especially since like being part of doing the hosting. Like I was hosting the sprints yesterday on Friday morning, and I had like, even though I was falling asleep like for most of it, like I was setting timers and I was just like falling asleep, and then the timer would wake me up when the buzzer would go off. For like the first couple of hours I was so tired because I've just been so run down. So it's been crazy with that, but like at the same time I feel really included. Like, you know, the fact that I'm helping people to read, I'm sprinting for people, you know, I'm doing like short sprints, I'm doing long sprints, I'm just like having a laugh with people and like being a part of the community this way. And like I've really enjoyed, like I feel like this is the most welcome that I felt like in Galleyathon. So yeah, thank you to Connor and Brooke, like you're just, and everybody else for joining in and just making me feel welcome. Like it's just, I don't know, it's a really great thing, and it's just, you know, it's really cool. So yeah, so sprinting again tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get some reading done. I'm literally just like, I'm gonna get my ass out of bed, because if I lay in bed, I'm guaranteed to like 99.99999% fall asleep. And as comfy as bed is, and as great a place to read as the bed is, I don't want to fall asleep, you know. I want to actually do some reading, you know. I want to join in with the Galleyathon. I want to read along with my sprints, you know. So yeah, I'm sort of kind of being like, you know what, I'm gonna wake up 8 o'clock, I'm gonna do some reading, I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna do some reading. So yeah, that's gonna happen tomorrow morning. But for this evening, I don't really know if there's any sprints that's going on or any lives that are going on. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't had anything on my phone in a while, so it might be that I've just got a freestyle read. But if not, I will. Yeah, I'll read. I'll read tomorrow, folks. So I'm gonna head off now, and I'm gonna get some reading done. Probably won't be for long because I'm falling asleep already, getting tired. But yeah, it'll be good to start fresh tomorrow, get some reading done, and then get some life things out of the way, like laundry and collecting deposits for stuff. And then hopefully after that, maybe a little bit more reading. Woo! So I'm gonna head off now, and I will speak to you hopefully soon, if not tomorrow. Today is the final day of the Galleyathon. It is day number 7, and this morning I started off by doing some reading sprints. I did do a little bit of reading last night before falling asleep, and then I did a tiny little bit of reading this morning. So I'm now 39% through the book that I'm reading, and you know what, considering it's been a very productive week, and also I've not been feeling like my greatest this week, even now I just don't feel good. I've barely been sleeping this week, and I felt a lot of strain on my head. I've just taken some paracetamol this evening. I'm feeling a little bit run down still. My back still hurts. Every time I sneeze, it just like pulls on the side of my back, and you know, when I bend over and stuff, it just like really pulls on the left side of my back. So I'm having a bit of agony with that. So all things considered, with all of that, like I don't really like to sound like I'm making excuses, and it does sound like I have been making excuses, but I'm not like disappointed in what I've done. Like I just feel like, you know what, it's happened. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about it. It's not like I've sat around like every day and just done nothing. Things have been done like every day. So yeah, so 39% through the digital book is like pretty good, all things considered. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. So yeah, today's been pretty productive. Went and purchased a new unit for the place that we're living. We probably won't get it till like spring next year, just because it's a 2021 unit. We're just waiting on permission on council. Hopefully we'll hear from them tomorrow, so it's all okayed and sorted and everything, and then we can start sort of like saving and getting funds together and everything. And yeah, I sort of sat down this afternoon and was drawing up a plan for like the garden and like, you know, what we can do in the meantimes with the garden. Yeah, so I did a little bit of reading this morning whilst running some sprints for the Galleyathon. So yeah, 39% through, and it's just gone 5 p.m. I'm gonna like settle down. I've got an ambience of like a coffee shop with rain and jazz music, so I'm gonna like sit down and do a little bit of reading. Hope I won't fall asleep because it is quite relaxing. And then I'm gonna check on the laundry because I put like a massive load of laundry on earlier this morning, sort of like lunchtime, so I'm hoping that that will be done within the next hour or so, but I will check on it at like 6 o'clock. I'm hoping it's dried, so that it will be dried before the live show, because the live Galleyathon show is 7 p.m. tonight. I'm not really sure what it's going to entail. I just know there's going to be some games and stuff, so I'm hoping it's going to be really fun, but it'll be nice to be sociable, even though it's online sociable, but still. Yeah, it's sad that it will be over this Sunday, but you know, I know other people in this readathon have done like way better than me, but you know, it's not a competition. It's about like taking part and like having a bit of fun, and I'm privileged enough to have been chosen to run a few sprints like the morning, and I hope that it's helped people be productive. I hope that it's helped people do some reading and stuff. So, fingers crossed. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading, we'll see what happens on with the live show later, and then I don't know what's going to happen after that. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I feel a little bit run down. So we shall see how it will all go. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of reading, and yeah, a little bit of reading, check the laundry, get a bit of dinner, live show, and we'll go from there. So yeah, I'll speak to you guys very, very soon.
Shameless health promotion, but my Galleyathon vlog is coming tomorrow.
My mic is scrapped because I really didn't like it, but we'll see.
We very ready to do it. Block and Connor on all platforms from us. I might join you, the Connor band.
I'm just glad to be with you. Bye.
Hello, I'm just here to quickly wrap up Galleyathon. So I was off work on the Sunday, and so I managed to get a little bit of reading done, and then I did participate in the live show, as you would have seen like a little video of. And yeah, so in the end I managed to read half of Love in Lockdown, and yeah, I mean, it's at the moment it's probably like a 4-star read, like a 4 out of 5 Kit Kat read. And I mean, it's sweet, it's cute, it's different, and like I say, I'm like halfway through it, so hopefully it will get better and then I can change my view. But it's still like, it's still a really good book, and it's still a cute sort of like romantic book that's based during a lockdown. So yeah, I had a load of fun in Galleyathon. Obviously, I mean, I could have read a lot better, like I probably could have done better, but all things considered, it was a crappy week, just with a lot of stuff, and I was very, very productive because of the stuff that's happening during the week. So, you know, I've got to kind of like give myself a bit of credit, the fact that, you know, I actually, you know, I survived the week and still managed to do a bit of reading. Galleyathon is over, and it's like, it's strange that it's over. Like, I don't know if anybody else that was participating in Galleyathon feels the same, but I'm just like, what do I do with my life? So yeah, I mean, stay tuned for like my normal weekly reading vlogs and weekly vlogs where you will find out what I get up to during the other weeks and stuff, and like what I'll be reading and all that. So yeah, just wanted to end this vlog for you guys, as that was what's been going on. I still managed to do some reading, didn't get to complete any e-arcs, but you know, I participated and I ran some sprints and I survived the week, and for that I should give myself a pat. And you know what, let's hope that next Galleyathon I do a lot better. Hopefully things will be a lot better next year, because the Galleyathon is going to be like March time, so yes, it's a few months away, but that's roughly the same time I might be getting a new place as well. We're just waiting on things like permission and stuff, so yeah, if that all happens like roughly the same time, things might go a lot better, but at the same time, if it all does happen at the same time, I will be busy, so it all literally depends if it falls within the same week or and whatnot. But hopefully, fingers crossed, next round I'll be doing a lot better. I've been getting back into reading properly, like actually sitting down and opening the Kindle or opening a book sort of thing. So yeah, fingers crossed by then I'll be a lot better. So that's it from me for this vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this vlog, and yeah, I should really keep up to date with all of my vlogs, but I'm very, very behind, and I need to get back into the schedule of editing videos again. But things seem to be like picking up a lot better, so you know, I've already been like, oh yeah, I need to like vlog the end of these things, and then I can like edit like one of them tomorrow, even if I just edit it and save it, and then I could just let it sit and produce like whilst they sleep or something like that. So yeah, there's all that. So yeah, I'm gonna head off now, and thank you very much for watching, and all of my social media links are linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, it's all there if you want to be my friend. I'm always up for being bookish friends with people, and I think in a time like where we are quarantined and isolated and all of that stuff, I think we need as many friends as we can get, especially in the bookish world. So I'm always up for a chat, I'm always up for being friends. But yeah, keep smiling, keep reading, be happy, most importantly, stay safe. My name is Katie, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!